Hey guys, how are you? I'm here, Santiago, your MCVP OGB. I'm very happy that you continue with the academy. So here we are going to talk about OGB cells and how to ensure an amazing OGB cell. I hope you already reviewed the OGB proposal, OGB consideration phase, and in this booklet we are going to focus on how to ensure that we close the deal when we sell, but also ensure that our EP is 100% alignment with the kind of product that we sell, because that can avoid us in the future problems, and can avoid quality situation in the future. So remember, if you have doubts about the acronyms that we are using here, check this page. But also, if you didn't check the ISEC way and the consideration phase booklet, check it before this video, because it's going to be very helpful to all the information that we are going that are going to speak about it. So OGB cells, basically the secret of OGB is all the time you need to know what do you want to do with your customer. Always in your mind when you are going to sell, you need to be very aware about all the information that you know about, try to understand where to send that person. But usually that person don't know where they want to go. So you need to be very aware, okay, where do you want to send it? If you say me that you study economics, okay, I send it to Brazil. If you told me that you want a exotic country where you can where in the Middle Asia, you know that you have a cooperation with Taiwan. Or if you tell me, I want to be closer because I don't have money enough, but I want to speak Russian, so you know that you can send to Russia. So before the sales, and things that you need to know is you need to be very aware about the basic customer understanding. With the extra information, you know the university, you know the age, you know the backgrounds, you know the interest, you know if that person already applied to a project or not. Use that information to make a more prepared sale. Also understanding the national cooperation, the project of Brazil, Turkey, Poland, Romania, that can be helpful to avoid situations that if you don't know what to sell, you always need to know what to sell to your customer. Also to understand mainly local cooperations, countries, project states. Also the customer flow and the next step after selling, all the benefits that we have as ISEC, and that can you check in the consideration phase booklet, and also talking with your VP and talking about the past experience with EPs. And basically, you need to understand the general knowledge of the product, not only the value proposition, but that small items like price, like the legal procedure, the sign of the contract. That can help you to close the deal and ensure that you are going to sell in the best way. So remember, all the time you need to know what do you want to do with your customer. All the time you need to know in your head, after making questions and answers, what to do and where that people wants to go. So one technique that I recommend, and you can check in the internet, is spin selling. Remember to always make questions and listen with attention the answers, because at the end the customer is selling to you what he wants to do. So you need to practice. You need to be practical and fast. You always, when EP gives you information, you can be available to detect what that person wants. Also, here is more or less the flow that I propose to one-to-one selling flow. That is not the Macy flow. It's more one-to-one person. It's a personal presentation, an icebreaker, a purpose of the meeting, and what is the main output that you expect, guiding question and answer, and a closing meeting. And all the time, closing meeting needs to have very clear next steps. The ideal is person applying the moment to opportunities in the portal. And if it's not, you need to have a very clear next steps. What is going to happen? An email, an information that is going to be sent later. What is the time to do it? Then, for me, it's essential. And one of the recommendations and one of the things that you are going to find in the framework that is next to this video is the guiding questions. The guiding question is basically 5 questions that you can make to your customer that can allow you to understand and to align better. If you do these 5 questions, I guarantee you that you can close the deal and that you can ensure that your EP is going to be aligned and avoid situations in the future. So the 5 questions is: how did you discover ISEC? What do you know about ISEC? What do you study? Where do you study? What are your interests in? Why you are interested in ISEC volunteer experience? And do you want to go outside Europe, and when? this question, except the first one that is more an icebreaker, an informative question that is giving you information about the AP. So we are going to do in detail each one. So how do you discover ISEC? Is basically an icebreaker question, but also can give you information about the knowledge that people know about ISEC. If the person is really interested or not, if they don't want only information, and can help you to start profiling the customer. So in this situation, it's not to make an alignment, it's to hear your customer and they say, yes, I have a person that recommend me ISEC. So you have a starting point to start the conversation. Or, no, my mom recommend me ISEC because she showed the promotion in Facebook. That can help you. Or I see the information in a clash out. Okay, that can help you to understand a conversation and to try to understand why person is interested to go on exchange. The second question is, what do you know about ISEC? That is more informative questions. When the information that we can get is knowledge about ISEC purpose. So if the person understands that ISEC is not a language exchange program, neither a academical program, is more about the purpose of the organization, knowledge about GB product, global volunteer product, and understanding the AP expectation, what he expects information, he want to go now, he want to go in a year. An alignment that we can make in that point is what is ISEC as organization, clarify the value proposition that we have as Global Volunteer, and clarify why that value proposition make us unique in the market. Clarify that the standards and leadership development are the essential part of our leadership development model. The third question is, what do you study, what are you interested in? That also is an informative question. This question is more profiling questions, is what the AP want when he arrived to ISEC. I study languages Russian, I want to practice my language in full immersion. But also in this point you can align that we want, make an alignment about what is the organization, the type of experience that we provide, the benefits that ISEC provide compared with other organizations, what are the main products, what are the main projects. The fourth question is why you're interested in ISEC volunteering experience, and also is an informative question, is also profiling the customer, but also to understand the motivations, to understand that what things that he can be interested. In this moment, you should have a very clear profile and a very clear project that you can start offering to him. And as, okay, if you say me Russia, work problematics, you can offer this and these projects. Alignment that we make, value proposition of ISEC, GB experience, very clear of the kind of benefits that we provide, but also the project that person can be interested. And the last question, that is, do you want to go outside of Europe and when? That is also an informative question. That means that to understand where the AP wants to go, where the people wants to go, when to want to go, and he has the money to stay in Europe or go outside of Europe. That can make the difference in the projects that we offer. So cost that we can align the expenses that the AP incur, countries, projects, SDGs that we can be interested. What is the responsibility of ISEC? What are the benefits of a GB product? So this is the 5 questions that we have, and guiding questions that we have. Some tips, remember always to have in mind as main output of the meeting is people applying to a project and very clear next steps. If you go out of the meeting with clear deadlines, people is going not to be applying in a fast way. So have that in mind, that always have a clear output. Then all the time you need to know where do you want to send that person. After making the question, you have enough information to offer opportunities, offer your partners, offer the countries that you know, offer the situation that you know, because that can make the difference and you can sell in a better way. And last one, after this you are going to find the sales meeting pitch framework. That is basically the guiding questions in a resume way. What is the ideal output of the sales meeting and how you can drive a good first sell. And then some general recommendations. Ensure do you have all the knowledge before selling. You have all the knowledge of make operations. If somebody going and ask you, okay, I want environment project. Okay, you know that in Brazil or in Ukraine you can offer. And understand what are the main countries that national we are working, but also local level. Know the countries that, for example, in this point I recommend you have a spreadsheet with all the opportunities that you have. And that can make the difference because people can have very clear what to offer. Know the countries that you are selling, life costs, how to reach them, transportation, main reason that customer would like to go or not. Understand why people don't want to go to Turkey. I make a counter argument that can help you. Also understand the life costs, how to reach Turkey, understand the flight, the transportation, understand your customer. Think always as the person that wants to go on exchange. Why that person wants to go on exchange. Understand the motivations and you can play with that to ensure the close meeting, close sell. Thinking the reason that can avoid a person to take an exchange and build your speech around it. I don't have money. Okay, you can go to Croatia, you can go to Greece that is close to us. And go out always of the meeting with clear next steps. That can make the difference to ensure a good sell. So guys, that is the booklet. You have all the information. This is a little bit long audio video, but I wanted to be very concrete and I wanted to be very concrete in the information that you need to have. If you have more doubts, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm Santiago, your MCVP OGB.